Any other questions?
Yeah, I'm curious, what makes surviving the apocalypse so important to you? Like, for me, it doesn't seem like life's really worth living if, like, you have to work that hard for it. So, like, what really gives that meaning for y'all?
Sounds like something a queer would say.
We don't really have an usher to get you out of here. But it's all right.
That's common.
It's common.
Common.
Why survive the apocalypse? Well, because that's what we do. Okay? Bottom line. If you want to die in the apocalypse, die in the apocalypse.
More breath.
Yeah. You're just one less person I have to feed, one less person I have to look through and say, look, that person's going to die. You'll already be dead, and that'll be easier on us emotionally. And so thank you. Or something else.
No, I agree with you.
Okay. All right. You're looking at me. Any other questions?
How does one store produce in the apocalypse?
So first thing I'm going to talk about is eggs. If you've looked at my blog, live or die, or have fun. That's the live or die or have fun.
L-I-V-E-R.
Liver.
Live or die.
Live or die.
L-I-V-E-R.
Live or die.
Live or die.
Or have fun.
Or have fun.
Fun with a PH. So eggs, if you coat an egg with castor oil, it'll keep unrefrigerated for years. And the thing is, when I first found this out, I didn't believe it. It sounded wild, right? And as with so many things, we try them out and
it works.
It works.
It works.
So what I did is I got some eggs, I covered them in the castor oil. You're going to want to use gloves because it gets pretty messy. But the castor oil is actually kind of good for your skin though, so it's not a big deal.
Very soft.
Oh wow.
That's enough touch.
Eggs do that. I'm agreeing with you. It works.
Well, good. I'm so glad. So I covered the eggs with the castor oil, and we let them sit in our unheated, unair-conditioned garage for about 18 months.
Yep.
And then there was a big party at the community center, and I brought deviled eggs. And they were the eggs that we stored.
Perfect.
And nobody died.
Nobody died.
One person got sick, but
yeah,
I don't think it was.
I think he came sick.
I don't think it was the eggs.
That guy was. I don't know. I think he came there with the intent of making it seem as if your eggs made him sick. I think he came there to what?
They didn't know. They didn't know how.
Well, somebody may have told him. I did. Well, he wasn't going to come. I said, you got to come. Alice is making deviled eggs from 18-month-old eggs. Anyway, no one died. So it really works. But produce, the question about produce is, fresh produce is really hard.
Yeah, why don't you just have a one-on-one conversation with us?
We can talk later. Any other questions? Yeah.
Is it better to? I like playing video games. Is it better for me to cram as much as I can in now before the apocalypse, or should I start slowly weaning myself off of them in anticipation of when they aren't going to exist after the apocalypse?
Oh, they'll exist after the apocalypse. I'm sorry?
Can I get this one? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to cram all the console games and make sure you have enough solar and batteries.
Is that Stevie?
It's Stevie.
Stevie! Hey!
Thanks for
That's so
coming
great.
back.
Thanks for coming, man.
Sorry, say that
He
again.
just
Yeah.
needs to make sure he's got all the console games
Yeah.
stacked up, you know, and you know, you need to make sure you've got that power wall, you got all those batteries, and
Yeah.
so otherwise, you know, what good is it going to do?
Right. Stevie does a solar, post-apocalyptic solar workshop on, I think it's the 8th Wednesday of the 9th month of this. It's got something to do with Capricorn. I'm not sure, but yeah. It's a great
When
workshop.
the moon is in retrograde.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But you should take that workshop if that's something that really interests you, because it does maintain a power source. We've been working on so one of the things that has a problem with solar after the apocalypse is dust and all kinds of things that cover, you know, and you don't get and sometimes there isn't any sun, right? I mean, we're in, you know, but so we're working on like a windshield wiper thing that clears the it's not proprietary or anything, right? You're okay with me sharing that? Yeah,
I would
okay.
prefer if you didn't.
All right, well, I won't go any further. Let's just say that there is a
Sometimes
device.
Ted likes to say things that other people don't want him to say. Sometimes he does that. He just shares information that other
Since it's not
people.
proprietary, and now we might lose our patents.
One of us might.
Maybe you and I could talk afterwards. Share. We seem to have a common experience. Well, I think we have time for one more quick question, and then we
Okay.
gotta go.
Anybody? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's required to evacuate to a certain location, is it better to go find yourself some sort of seclusion up towards like the mountains, like the Cascades, or based on kind of where we are, should I take more of kind of those more unknown like island areas where I've kind of got that defensible water
Right.
there?
Two pieces to that, right? So the one is if the apocalypse includes the Lahar, then you're not going to want to be anywhere near water.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I tend to lean towards the mountains because they're in long range safer. But you also have the issues with weather. Once the higher up you get in elevation, the colder it gets, and now you're required to have some other thing. My recommendation is not to wait for that emergency call. Right? I mean, you should be ahead
You
of the game.
should know.
Yeah, you should know. And you should have your safe space already set,
And your bunker,
engaged.
and your bug out bag.
Right, everything ready so that when the emergency call actually comes, you're already ensconced in your.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're curled up next to your generator, and you've got your.
I mean, I've got property in both, I'm just
Yeah,
wondering
absolutely.
which one
Well,
should.
sure. I understand. And if there is no Lahar involved in the island thing, it's in the long run. Like again, I don't know how long you're prepared to stay, you know, in.
It's minimal, it's like 8 years.
8 years. Yeah. Which
Is
wow.
it just you, or is anybody with you?
Well, we're working on.
Why
paperwork
are you
and
asking
contracts.
Just trying to get an idea of what he's looking at.
I mean, I sent some things out to PO boxes, but you know, we're still in, it's the
No, I
the
just mean like, how
conversation-
many people are you trying to plan for? Like, it's just you, or is it
No,
you and
technically.
somebody else, or?
Well, I mean, it's obviously going to be something small and lean. You don't want you got to trim the fat, you know. But I'm also looking for.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done. I'm out of here. Small.
Yeah, but
mean.
something where you could rebuild the population, you know.
Look, mister. This is my wife.
It was all hypothetical. I hypothetically have property.
All right.
But it's right off Sunland Drive.